boys blended in quite quickly. They were, Kane, Bowden and Scotty, they were straight into school, you see, yeah. First day there, they turned up to school in their bare feet and they got some looks. They thought, well, these poor New Zealand boys without shoes on. But here they do it, we don't wear they were sloshing around in the snow, you know, it was quite funny. People very similar to here, I mean, it was a great crack, you just get on with anyone. And yeah, the boys played GA there, Bowden and Kane, and it was good. That was all on offer really there, and Ballinacree and Oldcastle was a football year. Yeah, you can claim fame to that, yeah. But yeah, that's all they did. I mean, they just sort of kicked balls around. There was no PlayStations in those days. We didn't have any PlayStations in the house. It was just out kicking around. And it was at school too, Pungaree School. We were about only 80 boys at the school there, and 80 pupils all up. You know, it was a little school, and the lads all played. You know, right up from 5 right up to 12. You know, and they mixed and mingled, and it was great. You know, the boys always had the ball out there, and playtime, lunchtime. You know, and kicked it around. And
well, Bodie's, I mean, you can't beat the gas he has. He reminds me a bit of me running when I was playing. But no, he's just so quick, and what Bodie loves is clarity. He doesn't want too much in his head. And as I say, he was a big driving force in us making good decisions. So his kicking game out of hand is phenomenal, and actually the way he kicks those crossfield kicks is real similar to the way I remember Roger nailing those kicks. At the end of the day, Bodie's just a top man, and he's a Hurricanes man, and he's an All Black, and he's a Taranaki man, and he's just a great character.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's just at school really. I mean, like the boys, they learnt a lot on the back lawn themselves, just sidestepping and that. But well, actually, Bowden, even though they played at home, they never played until they were 9 and 10. Robin sent them to soccer for 2 years, yeah, and that was probably, like I say, kicking the ball, round ball off the ground. You know, that's definitely the hand-eye coordination. You know, which was said all the boys. You know, and well, even the boys at school. You know, forget your right foot now to start kicking on your left foot. As soon as you kick as far and accurate as your left foot, well, you know, go back to your right foot. And same with passing. You know, that was just teaching the boys skills at school. You know, that's why we did so well, yeah. Well, the boys, they're just country boys, just fit in, yeah. I mean, we're all pretty laid back here on the coast, you know. So I mean, they just fitted in. They played, I think it was under 16. I might have been Taranaki schoolboys here. They all played that. Yeah, they just come up through the grades, under 16s, under 18s. Kane played 2 years in that. Bowden, he was only on the bench, you know, for the last year.
Well, Bowden, he's been on the scene for probably 3 or 4 years now, and he's just grown and developed his game the way that he really wanted to do it, and he's had some ups and downs, but he's just found last couple of years some real belief in his own game, and he's grown his confidence in running the game as well, and also organising other players around him, which is obviously a massive role as a fly-off on First 5/8 before the June series against the Welsh side, and then when he got the opportunity against Wales, and he really nailed it.
Like I say, a lot of the island boys peak early, and a lot of the European boys are a lot smaller, so they don't mature till they're 20, 21, 22. You just got to hone your skills, and you get picked up. Yeah, it's simple as that. Yeah. Geordie was home here after the Manawatu game last weekend. Yes, he came over for a couple of days, but he had full intention of feeding the calves, but I'd feed him before he got out of bed, yeah. I said to the boys, I did my recovery walking up and down the pit in the morning at 5:30, milking cows.
Like Geordie's pretty special, I reckon. So getting him to the Canes has been massive. The thing about Geordie, he's quite a big boy, and so he can carry, he can fend, he can get over gain lines, but he's got a great rugby head like Bodie, and he sees things and he can execute. So it's quite exciting having him at the Canes, and that a different string to our bow that if he plays in the midfield, he can talk and execute and pass and kick, and if he plays in the back three, he's got the great skill set. So mate, we're in pretty good shape in the Canes, but having someone like Bodie will add to what we can do, I think.
With Geordie, he's always wanted to be a Hurricane. Though he went to Lincoln College in Christchurch and played for Canterbury, his ambition was always to come back and be a Hurricane. And now that he's out of that age group rugby scene, he's ready to go. And contracting him was good for our club. Obviously we see him as a real big player of the future, and he gets to spend time with Bowden, and potentially if he plays at 12, then he'll be playing outside Bowden, which excites us, or potentially could be playing at fullback, which is also great for us as well. Still, he's in a real development stage of his career Geordies, so we've just got to be careful we don't expect too much from them too early, and just give them time to grow and get used to all of us and the scene that we have here at the Hurricanes.